Oh, okay. Good morning. It's 9:30 a.m. Tuesday, July 2nd. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to start with a prayer, please. Heavenly Father, we beseech your divine guidance in this meeting. Keep us ever mindful of our obligation. Grant us, dear Lord, wisdom, tolerance, and courage, that we may well serve our county and fulfill our trust. Amen.
Amen.
All right, and we've got minutes.
Move to approve the minutes of the June 25th Commissioners meeting.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? I will be voting for this. I watched it on Facebook afterwards, so can validate what I saw. So, roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right. Public comment regarding any of our pending resolutions? All right. Nothing. Resolutions. Okay. County Engineer's Office. Dan Becker.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Very good. Let's see what
Good.
we have. I've got two resolutions for your consideration today. The first is accepting and awarding Lake Road concrete pavement replacement in Medina County. And the second is the necessity to close various roads for county projects, which everyone loves.
Must be summer. Move to approve both resolutions.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. All right. Jeremy Sinko, our sanitary engineer.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Two resolutions for consideration today. The first is authorizing the sanitary engineering department to purchase a 4x4 single rear wheel drive pickup truck for the water department. And the second is authorizing the sanitary engineering department to purchase a 4x4 single rear wheel drive pickup truck for the line maintenance department.
Move to approve both resolutions.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thanks.
Very good. Thank you. All right. JFS Business Administrator Steven Sikora. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Just two resolutions for us this morning. The first is an agreement authorizing with Signix Inc. for digital notary software. And the second is an authorizing a contract with Hope Recovery Community for collaborative services. That's our Ohio Start program.
Move to approve both resolutions.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you,
Very good.
Commissioners.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right. Next, our Human Resources Director, Holly Murin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
On our personal changes resolution today, we have 3 new hires, 1 in maintenance, 2 at Job and Family Services, 1 promotion at Job and Family Services, 5 rate increases, 2 in sanitary, 1 in building, 1 in human resources, and 1 in Job and Family Services. 3 leave of absence, 1 in maintenance, 1 at Solid Waste District, and 1 at Job and Family Services. 1 return from leave at Job and Family Services, and 2 resignations at County Home.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Brett Thomas, Finance Director. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. I have 8 resolutions for you guys today. Our first one, we'll jump right in with, is the sales tax distribution for the quarter in the amount of $4,348,790.22. Our second resolution is authorizing the purchase of 7,200 gallons of gasoline for the engineering center. As usual, our friends over at Ports Petroleum came in with the low bid at $2.29 per gallon. Our third resolution is authorizing the transfer of inventory between offices. This is mostly sanitary, moving a couple old things over to the Park District and the County Home. Our fourth resolution is excess property resolution. Almost all of it is disposal, and this is getting rid of a whole bunch of little stuff from a bunch of different offices. We do have a couple maintenance items on there for a trailer and a vehicle that are going over to auction. Our fifth resolution is expenses for adult probation. They have a member that is attending the Veterans Summit in Columbus. Our sixth resolution is expenses of county officials. The prosecutor is sending somebody for a election law program. Our seventh resolution is our weekly bills in the amount of $1,216,828.62. And that is not our end this time. Our eighth resolution and final is amending the county's procurement policy.
Move to approve the 8 resolutions.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Thanks, Brad. We have, I guess, Matt Springer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have 3 resolutions for your consideration. The first one is change order number 4. This is at the Veteran Service Construction Project, and it's actually a reduction of $1,690.68. It's a result of a reduction of material that's used in that project. The second resolution is requesting determination of 8 light-duty vehicles to be sent to public auction. 7 of them would go to public auction, and then 1 would actually be transferred to the county home.
Good.
And then the third and final is authorizing the bid process to begin for the security platforms at the Medina County Jail.
Move to approve the 3 resolutions.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good. Now for department updates, we've got Denise Testa, our planning services.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
So I have one resolution for your consideration. It is the approval to submit the City of Medina and Medina County 2024 Joint Analysis of Impediment for Fair Housing Choice to the Ohio Department of Development. So we partnered with the city to complete this report.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? I'll just say did a really good job on
Oh,
that.
thank you.
for putting all that information together.
Well,
for
yes.
that.
Well, I appreciate that because the state still needs to review it. So I feel like I'm going through a dissertation here. So
Well, not really the committee process. I guess.
That's right.
But that's, no, I think you did a very good job and assembling that, and certainly reflects the current conditions.
All right. Well, thank you.
Not only in terms of the other was this fair housing impediments, but also the cost factor and the markets, what's going on. So
Thank you.
as well as our growing senior population, I think is we're not the only county having that, but that is having a significant impact on services and demand for services in the county, as well as
Agreed.
housing. So, but I think you did a good job.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Okay, so for my update, so we have our July meeting this week. For our August meeting, we are looking at 7 agenda items. So we've had another explosion, 4 sublots, 2 text amendments, and 1 map amendment. And then we also are reviewing a July concept plan meeting in Granger from Granger Township. So that is a nice change as well. This is our second one in 2 months. For our 22 community development block grant, so the Brunswick Street is scheduled to begin next week, the beginning of next week. The Seville project, so that is the rewriting of their comprehensive plan, is also on schedule and on track. So this grant ends at the end of August. In addition, the Lodi pathway to the splash pad, which is completed and installed, that work is scheduled to begin on July 12th. In addition to that, our program year 2024 CDBG application was submitted on June 12th. So we will hopefully hear something from the state in the fall. And then I'm also obviously submitting the analysis of impediments today. For Lead Safe Ohio, we submitted a work plan to the state, including 14 potential addresses for lead remediation and 21 potential contractors. So those will all be bid simultaneously or together, I guess is a better way to put it, just in terms of efficiency and effectiveness. So we can have that funding under contract by the state's deadline. We also have over 100 applications for the community home improvement program, the CHIP program as well. So LSO and CHIP are kind of working collaboratively this time around. So are there any questions?
No? Well, good.
All right.
Great, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Laura Toth, Office for Older Adults.
Hello.
Good morning.
The Office for Older Adults is in full swing with our picnics on the patio. Thus far, we've had 2 picnics in June, and they were 2 of the largest that we've ever hosted. So it's getting a super response. We had 119 on June 14th, and then 147 just last Friday. So we're really filling it up. We have we overrun the patio, and we're open up our craft room in different areas so people can still hear the music and enjoy their lunch. So. We have 4 remaining on July 2nd and 26th, and then on August 9th and the 23rd. And the 23rd is our luau. That's always a really good one, but they're all fun. Hopefully the public can join us. They're open to the public as well as any senior in the county. I wanted to update you on the Seniors Farmers Market Nutrition Program. I am so pleasantly surprised with how things are going. The electronic sign up on the client end is absolutely working okay, pretty good. Seniors in need are either signing up on their own with family or with the help of our office. We are walking people through. Even if they don't have an email, they can come in. We'll help them out. We've also utilized some of our computer trainers to help people set these things up. And so far, 217 people in the county have signed up for the program.
Ooh, great.
And are somewhere in the midst of being approved, which takes about 2 weeks. And they will each receive $50 in vouchers. That can be either through a QR code, or most people are opting for the card, which is like a benefits card.
Yeah.
Something I'm very interested in.
Yes.
Has anybody had any problem with the technology?
Okay, so people are, once they get through the process, they're really, most people have signed up for a card. It comes in the mail, then you have a card, you're through the
And that's it,
process,
yeah.
and you can spend your $50 on the card. If they're having help, I mean, with a response like 217, I believe that they're finding the help they need.
Okay.
And I certainly hear daily my workers on the phone, and
Well,
they can
because
do
of
it
your
over the
staff
phone.
and
Yeah.
You've got,
It's easier
number
if
of
people
to
come in,
assist
but
them.
they have done it certainly over the phone
Good.
and
Excellent.
can walk people through it as,
All right.
as long as they are looking at their computer. So it's working. So far in Medina County, the state has issued $10,450 worth of vouchers.
Great. Very good.
And the other people are in process of getting approved. Many have not quite received those benefits. They just started sending out the benefits cards at the end of last week. I think they sent out the first 8,000 in the state. There's about 30,000 they have to send out. So it is taking a little bit of time. The problem, really, the struggle that people are facing is on the farmer end, which is, I was so concerned about the consumer end, but because we don't sign up the farmers, that's all done through Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging. But currently, we only have one place in Medina County where the vouchers can be redeemed, and that's at the Medina Square Saturdays Farmers Market. So we are letting people know, encourage them, please sign up. More farmers are hopefully going to get through the program, or even if you're in Wadsworth, Hinckley, Brunswick, it's worth it. Even if you spend all $50 in 1 or 2 trips, you can come, you can do it, and get that amount of produce. And I think people are responding to that. I do feel somewhat lucky. Wayne County doesn't have any farmers signed up. Summit
Really?
County has 1.
Wow.
Cuyahoga has 7. So the farmers end is really kind of lagging. I'm hoping I'm hoping that more farmers will sign up, and so people will have place to spend those vouchers. But
All right.
the other thing is that people, the other
No,
thing is
go ahead.
people can spend those anywhere in the state. So somebody can get
Right.
approved in Medina County and go
elsewhere.
elsewhere. And
Yeah.
so, if we can let people know in Wayne County, if you want to drive up to Medina and spend your $50, you're certainly able. I'm sorry, I kind of
No,
cut
that's
you
okay.
off.
Does your office have the ability to help on the farmer side of it too, or can you point them in the right direction, or where should those
Correct.
folks be looking for that
So
information?
we tell them what we know. We just briefly know kind of what, especially since the systems change,
Yeah.
and then we give them the number directly to the person to call at Western Reserve, who
Great.
kind of walks them through
It's
the
interesting 'cause
process.
some of the vendors that are at the square on Saturday for the farmers market are from Wayne County.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and it's really interesting the way that Medina Farmers Market's really run through, well, of course, Main Street
Main Street,
Medina.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the vouchers actually go through Main Street Medina. So there
Right.
are actually several farmers that they can visit. It's an interesting system that they have set up.
Mm-hmm.
It really is like going through all these steps to go and be able to go shop at the same farmers that you were last year. But as long as it works for everybody,
Yeah.
you know, we're happy. We just would love to bring more individual farmers on board and get farmers. You know, we typically have mobile markets where people come and can spend their vouchers at our agency or other senior apartment complexes, things like that. But we haven't been able to set that up yet.
So in essence, the tie-in to the farmer's market is because of Main Street, not
Because of Main
necessarily
Street.
because the
Right.
Correct.
farmers themselves have
Correct.
signed up.
Well, because that system's been in place for the last number of years. I mean,
Yeah.
Working together, and
And
and Angela and Mazer does a
Yes.
great job.
She does a wonderful job, and they also do like the EBT or food stamp
That's right,
approval.
yes,
they have all different
exactly.
kind of
It's all
approvals
set
that they
up,
do
yeah.
there, so it kind of fit in. Luckily, I feel
Yeah.
lucky there.
Well, they've worked through the hotspot issues, and I want to thank you for assisting
Yes,
with that
I
as
was
well.
going to go into that a little
Okay,
bit,
go
but
ahead,
yeah,
yeah.
they should get their hotspot within I believe the week. Okay, Wadsworth Suprema Senior Center Cafe. We celebrated our 1-year anniversary Friday. It's been a little over a year. Friday the 21st, we had cake and other festivities. The mayor was able to come out and say a few words.
That went fast.
I know. It did. The program continues to do well. Seniors and the general public continue to frequent Suprema Senior Center and eat at the cafe. We've also been, I was just asking Denise, I'll say tentatively, because the state hasn't approved for community development block grant funds to help defray the high cost of food for the voucher program. So the city of Wadsworth, part of their funding is $30,000, and we will administrate that funding both to the center that's going to be split, and then also to for senior housing in the Wadsworth area. So we will get that going as soon as it comes through. Newsletters. Oh, I brought newsletters. They've arrived for Brunswick and Medina. So I will share. These are Medina's and Brunswick. The newsletters are available online and at the Medina Center and at the Brunswick Rec Center. I'm going to finish with the Healthy Aging Grant dollars. Just a quick report. They're winding down. All funds had to be expended or allotted, not expended, allotted in the third quarter, allocated. So we know where they're going. That report will be submitted to the state next week. I just wanted to share some of the major funding of what we've done over the past year. So the first thing, we've dedicated $29,278 to internet education and to supply seniors with internet access. The biggest part of that is $21,120 to fund hotspots out of the library. That's a really popular program whose funding was being funded through a different grant that ended, I believe, June 30th. And so we were able to pick up that funding for an additional year. So. And priority will be given to seniors who are in need, who don't have internet access. We also gave $30,000 to Hearing Loops. That was in the Wadsworth Senior Center 2 area and the Medina County Courthouse. $99,876 went to local food needs, supporting our community meal program at the office. That is mainly extra home delivered meals. To be provided throughout the county. And then $93,892 has been dedicated to housing upgrades and remodels to help people age in place. So that's both through community action and Habitat for Humanity.
Now, do you have to do a final report for the use of those dollars?
We will. The dollars need to be expended, that word comes in now,
Yeah.
by September 30th, and then the
Right.
report's due in October, yes.
Got it. I just want to make sure our legislators get that. As you know, there was differences of
Absolutely.
opinion as that was working through as to whether the commissioners ought to receive the money or the money there was a big push to allocate it to the area agencies directly, in
Correct.
which case we would have seen a whole lot less benefit, I think.
Yeah,
from
and
that.
I think each county then is able to diversify where,
It was.
where the money's needed. That's really important.
That's what the
so.
CCAO, our argument was to the legislators, leave it up to the commissioners. Some did give to their area agencies, like in Richland County, that seems
Sure.
to be one of their biggest. For us, it's being a metropolitan county, so to speak, it probably has less impact if it had gone that way. So I think we need to just let them know, hey, it came out very well. Giving it to the counties and the ability for our offices to be able to meet those local needs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
A lot
And
of
thanks for your
flexibility,
support
too.
on that.
A lot more flexibility than
Yeah.
I know some of our other standard grants.
Absolutely. Thursday is the Medina Twin Sizzler. It supports the Medina County Senior and Adult Foundation. I know we have 1,000 registrants. It's a 5K, 10K
Serious?
bike race. It's a huge event. I know different
Wow.
distribution of bibs and T-shirts and
Yes, it
everything
is.
is tonight. So it is a grand event, and it's
Yeah.
the 48th annual event. So in 2 years, 2026, it will be the 50th event as well as the
Really?
250th birthday
Oh,
of
that's right, that's right.
That also
the
means,
nation. So it's going to be a wild July 4th in
Yeah.
2026.
it also
That's
means in
fantastic.
7 years, it will be eligible to participate in Office for Older Adults.
That's
activities.
right.
Yeah.
In our activity,
Yeah.
great point. Thank you.
Yep.
We already
Okay.
can.
Stop rubbing it in over there.
All right, all right.
Thank you so much.
Very good,
Have a
thank
wonderful
you.
month.
Thank you, Laura. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see, we do have a notice, Commissioners' hearing date notice. The clerk of the Board of County Commissioners received a petition for a regular annexation on June 25th, 2024 for one parcel of land totaling 22.0536 acres of land from Brunswick Hills Township to the City of Brunswick. A hearing regarding this petition will be held on Tuesday, August 27th, 2024 at 11 a.m., providing no objections are received between now and then. That's just for public notice. The other is a notice of liquor permit filing. The Commissioners received notice of an application for change of corporate stock ownership from Roman Recreational Enterprises doing business as Maple Lakes Campground located at 4275 Blake Road, Guilford Township. It's for a D1, D2 permit class. This is just as notice provided for the record. All right. That's all we've got, and open up to public comment. Stan, you have anything? Not today? Okay, very good. All right. Well, now open up to discussion. Chris, anything? No, thank you. Pat? Steve? All right. Colleen?
I'm
Oh, my
good.
gosh.
I was just going to mention, I sat in on a meeting last week related to the CASA program
CASA
being
program.
discussed in the probate and juvenile court. I think, and we'll have further discussions on it. It's a very, very preliminary discussion that we had over there, but just kind of learning about it. I think we learned there were 60 counties that have some type of program for that. But it is of interest, I think, as part of our ongoing discussions of looking to find opportunities for savings on court-appointed counsel. There are some counties where that could be used in, not necessarily in lieu of, but in certain cases, in lieu of appointed counsels in the case of guardian ad litem and things like that. So just wanted to acknowledge, I appreciated that Judge Dunn brought that to our attention and was grateful for the opportunity to learn more about it. Actually grew up in a county where there is a pretty active CASA program, but never really occurred to me that we didn't have one here, and so I think it's a step in a positive direction for the county. So
Yeah, and in addition, I should have mentioned that Judge Dunn and his staff gave us a very nice tour last week of their computer systems and workflow operations.
Yep.
Good. Excellent. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. I just want to mention, based on yesterday's meeting, and I just want to make it part of the record and also for the general public, where we had met with Jeremy Sinko, our sanitary engineer, and his staff to go over, discuss Chippewa wastewater treatment plant improvements. And we are going to be scheduling, the board is going to be scheduling a public meeting with interested parties and so forth, probably within the next month or two, regarding those improvements. Right now, the tentative budget is like $50 million for expansion or creation of building a new wastewater treatment plant, other changes within the system that are required, and we'll be going over that and providing more information as we get closer to that. But our primary audience, it will be still a public meeting. Primary audience is to invite the local officials, zoning officials for the townships and the municipalities that are affected by that are served by that Chippewa wastewater treatment plant. Likewise, in the meantime, our staff, Jeremy and Chris and I will be meeting with the health department. Health department, as you know, are on the regulatory side for home septic systems. So we'll be certainly sitting down and coordinating with them and letting them know what our future plans in that area and any potential expansions that it might impact, obviously, their regulatory obligations when it comes to home septic. system. So we'll be meeting with them within the next couple of weeks. And I just want to put that on record as we continue the discussions with public officials. And this is, I'll just say, a huge public investment for that area. So-
Yeah, I would say also I appreciate that, as always with Jeremy, but we give him kind of a separate audience because it was so in depth, but very well researched and I mean it's helpful for somebody in my position who's newer into the role to have some of the background and some of the necessity and kind of the history of how we've arrived here. Probably do the abridged version of that.
We
for
will.
the
No,
public
we're not going to be
meetings.
the same.
Yeah.
Not as technical, for sure.
But I do
Yeah.
appreciate his at least ability to speak to that, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
get the information we need to kind of guide these decisions to for the future.
Yeah, this has
So,
been in the decades in making, and it's really has been required and needed. It's been put off for a long time, and I think we do have to eventually to deal with this this improvement and look how we can best afford it, and likewise how we'll try to also seek some additional funding outside Medina County, maybe state and federal, in the future to be able to address these water quality needs and these system needs. It's the oldest, 1925 is when that sewer system was first built around the Chippewa area, and obviously over decades the county has done what it can to improve it and bring it up to more modern standards, but the wastewater treatment plant has to be addressed as well as that collection system. So there's no doubt in my mind that we're doing the right thing, but it's going to be at a huge cost. And so we want to make sure that everybody's informed, the affected property owners and those that are involved in zoning and land use and economic development need to be aware of it and engaged in that conversation as we move forward. So it's, but I thank Jeremy for all of his work and his staff. And you're right, he is going to have to kind of do the abridged version when we do the public. But I'm looking more of an interactive, hopefully an interactive style where we present the information and we're getting input from certainly the public officials that have the zoning authority and land use, if you will, planning efforts and interests in seeing how this all works out.
Right.
All right. With that, do we have any other business? Okay, if not,
Move to adjourn.
Second.
roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. Everybody have a good week. Have a good 4th of July.